Christ. I mean, 614. Who the hell's this?
Hello, Ghost. How are you today?
Who is this?
This is Tub Guy. I was just curious about when you think the college education bubble is finally going to pop, and then prices for a college education will finally go down.
It's not going to pop. And the only time it's going to pop is when the government gets out of college education. You know, I mean, the whole reason why college education is going up the roof is as simple as this analogy. And I've said this many times before. Let's say one guy sells 10 apples on the corner of the street. You know, every week he sells 10 apples, and everybody comes in, and they buy all 10 apples at the end of the day. Well, let's say the government comes in and says, well, wait a minute. We're going to take 5 of those apples. We're going to buy them before you even put them out on the corner. We're going to take 5 of those apples, and we're going to buy them, and we're going to give them to whoever we feel like we want to give them to. So then that person comes to the corner, and he's only got 5 apples left. Well, what's going to happen, because everybody expects to get an apple, right? Well, supply and demand happens, and the price of apples goes up. It's the same effect that's happening in universities across the country, all right? I mean, universities are increasing their costs because the government is forcing them to, reserve, I don't know how many seats in their university for government-funded students. That's why universities are turning into ghettos now. Have you noticed this? I've tweeted a few fights out of university dormitories and university quads, fights, and, people getting ripped off for their shoes in the middle of a university. All right? The reason that we're seeing this is because the government reserves seats because they pre-buy them from the university, all right? So the university has less seats to sell to anybody who actually wants to pay to go to college, so they have to increase those seats that aren't taken by the government. This is why you have an increase in education. Once government gets out of education, that's when we'll see education come down in price. I mean, anything else, Tub Guy?
So you don't see that half years getting rid of federal student loans?
Well, I think that the student loan industry was just fine the way it was. All right, but under stimulus package 2, the federal government, remember, the federal government just recently nationalized the student loan industry. This idea of having to pay your loan for life was not a phenomena until 2008, all right? Before 2008, everybody just kind of racked up tens of thousands of dollars in student loans and just went default on it. They just went bankrupt on it, all right? But they still have the education, so when they go bankrupt, they're still in the education scheme, and they're still able to make enough money, so on and so forth. But no, Mr. Yes We Can, Mr. Barack Obama, in Stimulus Package 2, if you read it, nationalized the whole student loan program, so if you happen to be a student going out taking a student loan, it's no longer with the private sector, even though you're going technically to a private institution to go get a loan. It is backed up by the federal government, and you can no longer, all right, you can no longer get any kind of goddamn default. You can't go bankrupt. You are obligated to that student loan for life now, all right? Yeah, you're obligated for that loan for life. And who's going to collect? Well, I mean, it's no coincidence now that we're starting to hear the Department of Education SWAT team. Yeah, the Department of Education has got a SWAT team, assholes. Look it up. They're going in and trying to snag up and capture people that are trying to go default on these outstanding federal loans, all right? Hey, if you don't think it does, look it up. They're rounding people up right now that are trying to default on student loans. If you think it's a lie, well, then continue on. Default on your student loan and see what happens to you, all right? All right, I'm serious. If you think I'm lying, default on your student loan and see what happens to you. I mean, seriously. It's a waste of time. Do you understand that? Going to college is a waste of time unless mommy and daddy are going to pay for it, all right? I mean, or you're getting a full scholarship because you're brilliant, or you're getting a full scholarship because you're a great athlete, or something of that nature. If you're not going to get a full scholarship, then don't go to college. It's not worth it, all right? Just go to work, save your money, obtain capital, buy stocks, buy gold, buy silver, diversify your investments, try to invest in a business, invest in a .com, do whatever it takes. Try to buy real estate, buy cars, buy the things that are going to be able to give you net worth, all right? Don't go out there and buy stupid apps and electronic widgets that are going to break down in a year. You need to buy things that are going to be able to be liquidated at a later period of time if you happen to run on a rainy day. All right? I mean, it's that simple, for Christ's sake. All right? I'm serious. Do not go to college if you're not going to pay for it, all right? Or do not go to college if you have to pay for it, excuse me. Do not go to college if you have to pay for it, all right? But if you're going to get it paid for, well, you should be, just go do it. Try to avoid responsibility as much as you can, all right? Seriously, if mommy and daddy are paying for your college, they set aside a college fund for you, you better kiss their ass, all right? Because that was a good set of parents there, all right? I'm serious. You better kiss your mommy and daddy's ass if mommy and daddy set aside a college fund for you. Kiss their ass, because then you can just completely avoid responsibility. You don't even have to worry about anything. You can actually go out and work and still party. You can actually party and not have to worry about, 10 years down the line, you have to owe some federal authority $50,000 in student loans. All right, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So if you want to go to college, you either be an exuberant student or an exuberant, extracurricular activity participant, or, an exuberant athlete, something, so that you can get that crap paid. If you don't get it paid, don't go to school. Bottom line. You can tell anybody I said that, too.